go. Let's go.
Okay, Bread Damas over here. Bread had the hardest read ever.
Hardest read. Called the Maypul.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So, some history on Dunk. He's kind of been in a main crisis, but he's kind of back on his Kragg. He's been a long-time Kragg main, but it's kind of hard to stay on Kragg nowadays because sometimes when you lose as Kragg, like you're losing matchups.
But that bottom hit a nair instantly hit fell into that up smash.
That was brutal.
And that's he had 20% on him, and that's an early stock lead for Dunk.
Yeah. But yeah, Dunk, I think he's a Kragg main through and through, but like, I understand why he wants to try out other characters if he doesn't feel as confident, but you know.
Some matchups can be frustrating. Sometimes you have to play in a way that's a little bit frustrating.
Sometimes you play the way that's frustrating and you lose anyways.
Yeah, so like there are times where sometimes you just want to go Zetterbird.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
but let's talk about the Maypul then. So Maypul, fast character, lots of quick like jab hit combos, and she's got the wrap.
Yeah.
So if she hits you with a mark, or like her side beat or down beat, or just her neutral special, oh my god, the root into fair, I love it.
That was crazy.
She can wrap you up if she hits you into Lily while you're marked, or if she hits you with a smash attack while you're marked. And that can lead to some crazy setups that can lead to some really brutal edge guards.
Or it can just lead into another smash attack and just kill.
Or into another smash attack, which is just a really solid confirm. That said, the other thing she has, and what's really actually very important in this matchup, is she has the root, right? Her down air summons a root out of the ground as opposed to hitting below her, and it can hit the pillar.
Yeah.
So if Kragg's on the pillar, Maypul from like 100 feet above can actually disrupt with that root. You can see Maypul throwing her hands in the air.
Yeah.
And this matchup can cause so much distortion because it forces Kragg off his pillar with Maypul coming down with an option like that fair that we saw earlier.
Yep, is this going to be a kill? Nice, he didn't DI up. Also, speaking of which, tether, Maypul can actually get tether follow-ups, which is kind of a 50-50. Because if you up air, you need to DI up to get out of the up air.
Yep.
But if you DI up and Maypul nairs, you die off the top.
Yep, because if you're marked Maypul up B, she can tether to you and come at you with a parry go out of it like these up airs.
Hold on,
these
oh
up airs.
My god. SBS popping off.
Learn.
That was sick. You can't count out Maypul, guys. Maypul is insane. Maypul's got punishes for days, dude.
All right. Who we calling? I'm calling Zetter.
Kragg.
All right, you're calling the Kragg, though? I respect it. Obsa, okay, so this is the character that
I'd say it's SBS's second best character, if
I
not
still
his
think
best.
I think his Clarion is still better,
Yeah,
in my personal opinion. But last season, he went all Absa.
And went undefeated.
to prove a point to people.
Yeah. And also because he likes Absa.
Also,
in
yeah,
fairness.
yeah. And I also love Absa. Absa being my second main as a full main. I play her and or Keen. So this matchup, personally, I actually don't like it very much. It's even, but in the even kind of way that's like one of you can get stomped if you don't play it right.
It's one of those that Absa's recovery looks like a normal recovery.
Yeah, no. Kragg Rock really just hurts Absa's recovery. You have to do some. When you go from like one of the freest recoveries in the game against some characters, against a character who actually can do stuff about it, like it kind of just hurts because he throws rocks at you, and rock shards and down special, like just big active hitboxes that Absa can struggle contesting against.
Yeah. I think Absa and Arcane both kind of have that factor where like the recoveries are really good, but some matchups in particular kind of make it disproportionately harder.
A way to just stuff out the options.
But I think with Absa, it's a little more polarizing in that the matchups that she can get away with her recovery, she really gets away with it, but when she doesn't get away with it, she really doesn't.
Up there. Yeah. That's the other thing is like the running away game that Absa wants to incorporate in a lot of matchups doesn't really work against Kragg. He'll just go out there and he'll hit you with an up air or a fair.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to string into it.
It
just hits you with it.
Yeah.
You die. That F tilt back air. He lets cancel it.
Okay, so
that's amazing, but he might be dead. Maybe.
He might be dead anyway. Oh, but SBS messes up.
No, SBS dropped it, and that's when that could have been huge.
He didn't have Cloud Hop available during that too because he had Cloud out already.
Oh, fair.
Okay, fair. Does it go for another
fair? Going high, and that pillar can very much interrupt Absa's recovery because since her uppie doesn't go through.
Oh, that's brutal.
Got him.
That's miserable. That's rough. Okay.
Even game.
Yeah, even game. Nair up smash. Pretty brutal.
And so one thing we haven't mentioned yet is because SBS has been going random, by the way, stage striking can be very difficult.
Yeah, stage striking is kind of like hard to do against random, like full random.
You ban the stages that you do not like as a whole.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you go to the stages that you, on the whole, very much like.
Yes.
In some ways, it kind of says a lot about the player for who you get, who you ban, what you ban and what you don't ban.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of ban and pick the same things versus everyone, so I don't really have to worry.
Doesn't change anything.
Yeah. But regardless.
This is so close, by the way. One nair into like an up smash. I think he heard me.
One anything into anything from either opponent.
Yeah.
Honestly.
A parry at this percent from either character will kill.
I think this is also, for SBS's apps, I think this is going to be one of his harder matchups to consistently win with. I think he's still definitely probably has the favor, but like it's you know, like
he's also got this edge guard. He's just not letting him back.
Yeah, this is brutal, man. Sometimes Apsa can just keep hitting. Oh, that was brutal. Oh, and he fairs him.
He's back with that F smash.
That F smash kills.
Just leaving the cloud there so quickly.
Yeah. Also, set count between these two this season, I don't know exactly. I think it's even. I think. Most likely I'm wrong, and one of them's going to ping me tonight on Discord, but...
All right.
I know these both of these players have beaten each other this season a few times.
Bono.
Huh?
Eliana. All right.
I forgot to make the call. I wasn't going to guess Eliana again, so
okay.
I would have been wrong anyway.
The parry on the... So Eliana, or the air mech, by the way, she's got a steam mechanic. She can... That little bar above her head shows how much heat she has. As it rises, her smash attacks change from steam to like big explosions of overheat. In addition, she cannot use her specials while she is overheated, and there's some other stuff as well. Her flying also uses up heat, and if she's overheated, she can't do most of her double jump stuff, which is flying. She can still double jump, but like little tiny ones.
Also, this matchup pretty infamously rough for Kragg. Right, like Eliana kind of really shuts down a lot of Kragg's options. A lot of things he normally gets to get away with, Eliana can kind of just shut down.
Oof, that back here, so strong. Eliana also one of two characters in the game who has aerial smash attacks.
Her and Raster.
Her and Raster. Her smash attacks in the air, of course, send out steam, whereas her regular normals are just kind of her normals. Or like her regular aerial attacks. Her back air and up air of note, oh my god.
Double up air?
Triple up air.
Oh, that was triple, you're right.
Jesus.
Dang.
That's Eliana's thing.
Yeah. And another thing to mention about Eliana's smash attacks, also, she actually technically has two different sets of smash attacks. Because she has overheat and non-overheat. Steam is kind of the ones you've seen so far where it just kind of, they get stuck in it for a little bit, similar to Arcane Bubbles.
And you can parry it, and if you parry it, then it suddenly disrupts Eliana, and it becomes very obnoxious.
And it becomes yours.
Yeah, no, it becomes amazing.
And when she's overheated, they're like Raster smash attacks.
Yeah.
So it's like you can have Raster smash attacks, or you can have like pseudo Arcane Bubbles.
Like bubbles, yeah, no, it's a very, very strong zone controlling tool, especially if it's just in the air where it can't be parried.
Yeah.
It just holds space.
Yeah, and honestly, another thing that's weird to talk about with Eliana is how she gets her heat. Certain moves she does gives her heat, and certain things she can do can get rid of it. Another way you can get rid of it is dying.
Yeah, no, if you die, then it's gone. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, we're just trying to give the crash course as quick as we can.
Yeah, it's hard. We know there's a lot of new viewers here.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
For those of you who are veterans, you guys know this, but come on. You know why.
I'm going to make a hard read. Clarence.
Clarence.
That was weak.
That was a terrible high
five.
There we go. But I actually just kind of said what you said, and then I saw it on the field and I'm like, yo, let's go.
No, you got it right. You called it too.
Yeah, but my mind had been slow enough. Someone in the VOD will be able to call me out, but I don't know if I saw her or like reacted to it or to you saying it.
Big brain or Canes.
But you definitely called it.
So regardless.
Down tilt. Let's
so
tipper.
This is SBS's, in my opinion, best character. Definitely overall his main, I think, still.
Arguably the best player in the world, and by arguably mean, like, probably.
Yes.
Probably best player in the world. The argument is not, like...
It's either him or Guard, but SBS has so much better
SBS.
wins. The only thing Guard really has on him right now is he has a few Windows wins.
Yeah. So, like, SBS's Clarence is pretty hot.
Yeah.
The confirms on it, so if Clarence gets a tipper, then she gets a little bit of stun. Her down special puts up the no fun zone where projectiles are not allowed to exist.
But it's a little bit inconsistent. Kragg down special is allowed, which is
Kragg down
important.
Special is not a projectile, and neither is Root from Maypul. Those don't count. Those
I thought Root did get rid of it.
I don't know, actually.
I thought that was changed recently, too.
Okay.
It might have been.
If it's a recent change, then I can't be sure, but I've seen it happen before. Oh my god.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Claren's up smash here.
Tippers.
Auto tippers on that platform if you're on the ground.
standing on it, yeah.
And it's like so like lenient with it that even if they're not exactly on it, it will still tipper a lot of times.
Yep. And that purple screen signifying there is nothing SBS could have done to live according to the game. Which isn't always true, by the way, but it says the game says no DI.
It's only really not true when there's a Kragg pillar off stage, which we might see in a second.
Yeah, there are some things that mess it up, but usually if you see a purple screen, you can assume death.
Yeah, and it's pretty much always correct.
Again.
And
Back
SBS,
here.
SBS showing how solid his Claren is still.
And consistent, like, and just how much time Dunk is spending off stage really shows. And the wall jump off the pillar, I like it. It's smart because it gives you so much horizontal momentum, but SBS is just using his disjoint so well. Dunk trying to get started. Dunk's movement is something that like doesn't get talked about enough.
It really doesn't. And also the thing is like, first of all, his movement with every character. But another thing I was going to mention is like, one thing Dunk is doing super well, even though he is losing like somewhat considerably, he's doing a good job at outspacing SBS whenever he gets the chance.